Today we will start our fifth lesson, that is the heat. In this chapter we will study the following points, that are the latent heat, regelation, anomalous behavior of water, dew point and humidity, and specific heat capacity. In this chapter the points which are deleted from syllabus, that is the try this on page number 62. Try this, the experiment is given, is deleted from the syllabus. Now see the first point. In last year we have studied the following point, that is the what is difference between heat and temperature, and what is the different types of heat transfer, and how the different ways that the heat is transferred from one object to other object. These points are learned in the last standard. Today we will see the definitions of specific latent heat of fusion and specific latent heat of vaporization. The experiment is related from the syllabus, so directly we take the two definitions and what is the meaning of that concept we have to learn here. Thus you can see the in this experiment they have given us that the during the transition of solid phase to liquid, the object absorbs heat energy. When the solid object is converted into liquid, it absorbs the heat energy, but its temperature does not increase. They absorb energy or heat energy, but there is no change in the temperature of that object. This heat energy is utilized for weakening the bonds between the atoms or molecules in the solid and transfer it into the liquid phase. When the heat is absorbed in the solid substance, at that time it does not increase the temperature, but it helps it to weaken the bonds between the atoms or molecules in that solid substance and transport it into liquid phase. The heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of solid into liquid is called as the latent heat of fusion. During this process from transformation of solid to liquid, the heat energy is absorbed in the solid substance. That energy is known as the latent heat of fusion. Here they have given us a definition what is meant by the specific latent heat of the fusion, that is the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a solid to convert into liquid phase is called as the specific latent heat of fusion. Here the amount of solid substance is a unit mass and it is converted into liquid phase. At that time the temperature is constant, and that constant temperature the amount of heat is absorbed in that solid substance. That temperature or that heat energy is known as the specific latent heat of the fusion. This means in this fusion process solid substances get converted into liquid state, and at that time it absorbs the heat energy from the surrounding at constant temperature. That heat amount is known as the specific latent heat of fusion, and mass of the solid should be unit mass. This is the definition of specific latent heat of the fusion. In another process, when all the ice is transformed into water, now all sorts of solid substances get transformed into liquid state and the temperature of water starts rising. When whole transformation of solid to liquid is completed, at that time when heat is absorbed in that liquid, at that time it starts to increase the temperature of that liquid state. It increases up to 100 degrees Celsius. Temperature will increase up to 100 degrees Celsius. Above the 100 degrees Celsius, it stops increasing the temperature. Therefore, even though heat energy is supplied to water, its temperature does not rise. That means when water's temperature becomes 100 degrees Celsius, after that, even though there is a supply of heat energy, the temperature does not increase or rise. The heat energy is absorbed by water at this temperature and used to break the bonds between molecules of liquids and convert the liquid into gaseous state. After above the 100 degrees Celsius, the amount of heat absorbed into the liquid, it is used to break down the bonds between the molecules of the liquid and convert it into the gaseous state. Thus, during transformation from liquid to gas phase, heat energy is absorbed by the liquid. When liquid is transformed into gaseous state, it is absorbed by the liquid, but its temperature does not change. That means even though the heat is absorbed into the liquid, there is no change in the temperature of that liquid state. The constant temperature at which the liquid transformed into gaseous state is called as the boiling point of the liquid. The constant temperature at which the liquid gets transformed into the gaseous state, that temperature is known as the boiling point of the liquid, and the heat energy absorbed at constant temperature during transformation of liquid into gas is known as the latent heat of vaporization. At constant temperature, the amount of heat that is absorbed that helps to in transformation of liquid into gas, that is known as the latent heat of vaporization. The definition is given here: the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature by unit mass of a liquid to convert into gaseous phase. Now you can say the physical states of the substances are changed here. In vaporization process, liquid gets converted into gaseous state. Now mass of the liquid must be the unit mass, and the amount of heat energy absorbed at constant temperature for changing the liquid to gaseous state, that is known as the specific latent heat of the vaporization. Here in table they have given us the different substances having the different melting points and boiling points. The values of melting and boiling points and latent heat depend on atmospheric pressure. According to atmospheric pressure, there must be a change in these values of these substances. Now you can observe the table and see how melting point and boiling point of different substances are different from each other, and how specific latent heat of fusion and specific latent heat of vaporization is also different. Now melting point and boiling point, these are the temperatures, so they are recorded in degree Celsius, and specific latent heat, these are the heat energy, so it is recorded in kilojoule per kilogram or calorie per gram in these two units. Now here they have given us two questions. In the concept of latent heat applicable during transformation of gaseous phase to liquid phase and from liquid phase to solid phase. Now the process are reversed here. Solid get converted into liquid and liquid get converted into vapor, but here they have reversed the process. Vapor get converted into liquid and liquid get converted into solid. At that time, how latent heat is applicable. Now you can see in above processes, the latent heat is absorbed, that is the amount of heat absorbed is known as the latent heat, but during reverse process the heat is not absorbed, heat is given out from the substances, so there must be a reversible change. That means latent heat is given out during these processes, so reverse change can be followed. Now you have to see our next point, that is the regelation. They have given one experiment here. Before that, you see, you have seen the preparation of ice ball. Ice blob is shredded, and then shredded ice is pressurized around the tip of the stick to prepare the ice ball. You have seen this process of preparing the ice ball. Then how shredded ice convert into solid ice ball. Ice is shredded into small pieces, but after application of the pressure, it also under the pressure it again become like a solid ice ball. How it can happen, we have to see in this point. If two small pieces of ice are taken and pressed against each other for a while, they stick to each other. For this reason, the shredded ice can be formed into solid ice ball by application of the pressure. You have to see one experiment here, and we can understand the process of regelation. For this, we have to take small slab of ice, a thin wire, and two identical weights. And now put the given instruments like shown in the figure 5.3. We have to put ice slab on a table and hang equal weights to the ends of the metal wire and put the wire on the slab as shown in the figure. What can you observe? It is observed that wire gradually penetrates the ice slab. There is hanging two pressures or two weights of equal weights are hanged to the wire. Therefore, equal pressure should be exerted on the glass slab from the two sides. After some time, the wire comes out from of the lower surface of the ice slab. After some time, when we observe that we have put the wire on the above the slab, but after some time it comes from the lower surface of the ice slab. However, the ice slab does not break, even though when the wire is coming through the ice slab, even though the ice slab does not break. How it happens? The phenomenon in which the ice converts to liquid due to applied pressure. Here pressure is applied by the wire because there are weights are hanged to the two ends of the wire. Due to the application of pressure, the ice converts into the liquid and then reconverts ice. Once the pressure is removed, it called as the regelation. Means by the application of pressure, ice converted into liquid, and after the release of pressure, it again converts into ice. This is known as the regelation, and due to regelation process, wire comes out of the slab at the lower end. The melting point of ice becomes lower than 0 degree Celsius due to pressure. You know that the melting point means the temperature at which solid get converted into liquid. The melting point of ice becomes lower than 0 degree Celsius due to pressure, and therefore it gets changed into the liquid form. This means that at 0 degree Celsius the ice get converted into water, and as soon as pressure is removed, the melting point is restored and to 0 degree Celsius, and water gets converted again into ice. Due to these two processes, the ice slab does not break. This process is known as the regelation. In the above experiment, the wire moves through the ice slab. However, the ice slab does not break. Why? Due to application of pressure. You know that due to application of pressure, the ice get converted into liquid and wire goes inside the slab. Due to it passes away at the lower end. Therefore, the pressure in upper side get again decreased. Therefore, liquid get converted into ice. Is there any relationship of latent heat with the regelation? Latent heat means the heat absorbed during the formation of solid to liquid, that is the ice is melted. At that time latent heat is absorbed, and when it is a regelation, again ice is formed. At that time latent heat is given out. You know that as we go higher from the sea level, the boiling point of water decreases. At the higher point from the sea level, the boiling point of water decreases because there is a decrease in pressure, and due to decrease in pressure there is a decreasing boiling point, and melting point of solid also get affected due to the decrease in pressure. We feel that some objects are cold and some are hot. Feeling related is this feeling is related in some way to our body temperature? Yes, it is related to our body temperature. The objects are feel cold or hot because according to our body temperature. If the temperature of our body is higher than the object feel us cold, and when the temperature of our body is less than the object feels us hot. Here today we have studied the definition of the specific latent heat of fusion, the specific latent heat of vaporization, and what is the process of regelation. Here we will stop today. Next point we will study in the next lecture. So today we have to read the points I have taught today and write the definitions of these three in your notebook. Here we will stop. Thank you.